miles were behind him, and he had left to go, closing in upon that last one that we all must walk alone. It's the one across the end of the line. So we held on and we told stories of the good and bad and all, of the power and the glory and the lonely days that crawl. And we prayed heaven holds true love and a satisfied mind. He said, I ain't afraid of dying, 'cause I know there's something worse when you have to see your reason for living go first, and you get left behind.
Well, howdy, buckaroos. It's a Tuesday night, and Marcia's down with a migraine, so I'm just getting through with work, and I'm going to just try the new settings that I've got for Kevin and I on next Wednesday. But yeah, so happy Thanksgiving to everybody. And just bear with me while I lay down a few and so I can listen to them, make sure I've got everything set right for when I'm joined with Kevin. I'll be listening for the ring of the guitar, that clarity. My father taught me when I was a young man something he learned a long time ago. If you want someone to hold on to, you've got to learn. You got to learn to let go. You got to sing like you don't need the money, love, like you've never been hurt. You got to dance like nobody's watching. Got to come from the heart if you want it to work. There is just one thing that I keep forgetting when everything's falling apart. In life as in love, you got to remember there's such a thing as trying too hard. You got to sing sometimes like you don't need the money, love, sometimes like you've never been hurt. You got to dance, dance, dance like there's nobody watching. Got to come from the heart if you want it to work. Oh, you got to sing sometimes like you don't need the money, love, sometimes like you've never been hurt. You got to dance, dance, dance like there's nobody watching. It's got to come from the heart if you want it to work. Got to come from the heart if you want it to work. Come from the heart if you want it to work. the Heart. Susanna Clark, and Richard Lee. So I'll do a little strumming, a little picking, and make sure that we got this all set for. Oh, I should have brought my fingernail file. Fingernail file. I got to remember that. Note to self. Fingernail file. First heard this one from a songwriters tour that Lyle Lovett was at. It's a Guy Clark song. The picture on the wall was painted by a friend. He gave to me when he was down and out, and he owed me 10. Not much to look at, but it's all that's left of him. And I sure do like the way it looks from here when the light's a little dim. Step inside this house, girl, I'll sing for you a song, and I'll tell you about where I've been. Shouldn't take too long. I'll show you all the things that I own. My presents, you might say, treasures. Couldn't be but $10 worth, but they brighten up my day. This book of poems was given me by a girl I used to know. I must have read it front to back 30 times or so. It's all about the good life and being at ease with the world. Funny how I love that book, never loved that girl. Step inside this house, girl, I'll sing for you a song, and I'll tell you about where I've been. Shouldn't take too long. I'll show you all the things that I own. My treasures, you might say. Couldn't be but $10 worth, but they brighten up my day. Take this piece of glass, hold it to the light coming through the door. It's a prism glass, I found it on the road. Can't you see that tiny rainbow? Not really a prism, I guess, just broke in a funny way. I was on my way through Houston, headed to L.A. Step inside this house, babe, I'll sing for you a song, and I'll tell you about where I've been. Couldn't take too long. I'll show you all the things that I own. My treasures, you might say. Couldn't be but $10 worth, but they brighten up my day. This here guitar was given me by old man Thomas Gray. It's not much to look at, but I play it every day. It's been around this country 4 or 5 times now, I guess. Between me and old man Tom, you know it never got much rest. Step inside this house, girl, I'll sing for you a song, and I'll tell you about where I've been. Shouldn't take too long. I'll show you all the things that I own, my treasures you might say. Couldn't be but $10 worth, but they brighten up my day. That's all I own, all I care to, I guess. Except this pair of boots, maybe, and that funny yellow vest. Leather coat, leather bag, and that hat hanging on the wall. So there's not too much to carry, babe. Can I see you again next fall? Step inside this house, girl, I'll sing for you a song, and I'll tell you about where I've been. Shouldn't take too long. I'll show you all the things that I own, my treasures you might say. Couldn't be but $10 worth, but they brighten up my day. Nasty little finger. Yeah, Guy Clark. So this Friday, the Song Wranglers are riding again at the Bakerview Fireside Martini Bar, about 7 to 9, I think, and then out in Fairhaven on Saturday night at Skylarks. So if you got a chance, come out and see myself and Kevin and Rick. Always a good time. Daddy brought home a photograph from the paper yesterday. Showed a line of wagons moving someplace far away. Oh, that picture made my daddy smile, but it made my mama cry. Seems like daddy's wagon load of dreams had somehow passed her by. And the dream that makes a sparrow fly can make an eagle fall. The one that makes a rich man money ain't no dream at all. It's a crying shame to wake up just to find it's all been broken too. Be careful what you're dreaming, someday it may come true. Well, they talked on all through supper time about the good prospector's life. Couldn't see Mama didn't want to be no good prospector's wife. He said, we best be off and gone before the weather turns too cold. Maybe buy ourselves an extra horse to carry all that gold. And the dream that makes a sparrow fly can make an eagle fall. One that makes a rich man money ain't no dream at all. It's a crying shame to wake up just to find it's all been broke into. Be careful what you're dreaming, someday it may come true. I got up at the crack of dawn to light the morning fire. I was wondering if my mama's will had cooled that man's desire. Inside the stove upon the coals, an ashen paper lay. There was a ghostly line of wagons moving someplace far away. And the dream that makes a sparrow fly can make an eagle fall. One that makes a rich man money, it ain't no dream at all. It's a crying shame to wake up just to find you've all been broke into. Be careful what you're dreaming, someday it may come true. Be careful what you're dreaming, someday it may come true. Nice song from Hal Ketchum. Miss Hal. And of course tonight we have some of Dobbs' finest Pinot to accompany the music. Here's one for Jack. I think I mentioned that I found a copy of a Jack's song that he wrote about the burning of the Notre Dame Cathedral. And every time I read it, I can't help but think of Jack's version of it, and very well written song, and so I'm going to put my twist to it, and sooner or later I'll be able to share it with the rest of us. I'm going to cross that river, I'm going to live forever, gonna find tomorrow now. You're gonna wanna hold me like I always told you. I'm gonna live forever now. Nobody here will ever find me, but I will always be around. Like these songs I leave behind me, I'm gonna live forever now. You fathers and you mothers, take care of one another. Be sure and teach your children right. Don't let the darkness take them. Don't let them feel forsaken. Be sure and guide them towards the light. When this old world is blown asunder and the stars fall from the sky, remember there's someone who loves you. We'll live forever, you and I. Got it. I'm gonna live forever. Gonna cross that river. Gonna find tomorrow now. You're gonna wanna hold me like I always told you. We're gonna live forever now. Nobody here will ever find me. I will always be around. Like these songs I leave behind me. I'm gonna live forever now. Gonna live forever. Gonna cross that river. Gonna live forever now. I'm gonna live forever. I'm gonna cross that river. Gonna find tomorrow now. Gonna live forever. Gonna cross that river. Gonna live forever now. Oh, Jackson, that's for you. Little Tom Russell. Well, the lights of the town were just shutting down. Sun was fresh on the rise. I met Mama at the door. She'd been walking the floor. She said, son, you got stars in your eyes. Mama, I was walking on the moon last night. Two loving arms held me tight as the stars dance around so bright. I was walking on the moon last night. Well, Mama, she did weep, said you've been walking in your sleep and you can't keep your feet on the ground. Things are not always what they seem, and young love is just a dream. Some angels, they fly high just to fall down. But Mama, I was walking on the moon last night. Two loving arms, they held me tight as the stars danced around so bright. I was walking on the moon last night. Now the lights of the town, oh, they're turning yellow-brown, and the full moon is on the rise. I left Mama at the door, said don't worry anymore. I seen Daddy put those same stars in your eyes. Mama, I'll be walking on the moon tonight. Two loving arms will hold me tight as the stars dance around so bright. I'll be walking on the moon tonight. I'll be walking on the moon tonight. loving arms will hold me tight. As the stars dance around so bright, I'll be walking on the moon tonight. I'll be walking on the moon tonight. Oh, walking on the moon, walking on the moon. I'll be dancing on the moon tonight. Little Tommy Russell. All right, one more, and then I'll bid everybody a happy Thanksgiving, and to everybody, all their families, and by all accounts, this is Guy Clark's favorite song that he ever wrote. Sitting on the gone side of leaving, she found her thumb, stuck it to the breeze. She'll take anything that's going close to somewhere. She can lay it down, live it like she please. She ain't going nowhere, she's just leaving. She ain't going nowhere, she can't breathe. Then she ain't going home, that's for sure. Well, she ain't sitting down crying on her suitcase. She had no second thoughts for the road. She's got feelings that need some repairing. She did not give a damn that it showed. She ain't going nowhere, she's just leaving. She ain't going nowhere, she just can't breathe. And she ain't going home, that's for sure. Well, the wind had a way with her hair, and the blues had a way with her smile. She had a way of her own, like prisoners have a way with a file. She ain't going nowhere, she's just leaving. She ain't going nowhere, she can't breathe. Then she ain't going home. She ain't going home. She ain't going home, that's for sure. Well, the south coast of Texas is a thin slice of life, salty and hard, stern as a knife, where the winds are for blowing up, hurricanes for showing, snakes how to swim, and the trees how to lean. Shrimpers and the ladies are out in the beer joints. There's drinking them down before they sail with the dawn. They're bound for the Mexican Bay of Campeche. Deckhands are singing Adios, Jolie Blonde. Mm-hmm, 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 mm-hmm. Well, there's snowbirds in search of the sunshine, nightlife, fond of greasing palms down the beach as they're going. This living on the edge of the waters of the world demands the dignity of whooping cranes and the likes of Gilbert Roland. Well, the shrimpers and the ladies out in the beer joints, drinking them down before they sail with the dawn. Bound for the Mexican Bay of Campeche, deckhands are singing Adios, Jolie Blonde. Mm-hmm, 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 mm-hmm. In the days of in the cars of my youth, how I tore up those sand dunes, cut up my tires on those oyster shell roads. But nothing is forever, say the old men in the shipyards, turning trees into shrimp boats. Hell, I guess they ought to know. Shrimpers and the ladies, they're out in the beer joint, drinking them down before they sail with the dawn. Bound for the Mexican Bay of Campeche, deckhands are singing Adios, Jolie Blonde. Yeah, the shrimpers and the ladies out in the beer joints, drinking them down before they sail with the dawn. Bound for the Mexican Bay of Campeche, deckhands are singing Adios, Jolie Blonde. Yeah, the deckhands are singing Adios, Jolie Blonde. Oh, the deckhands are singing Adios, Jolie Blonde. So that should be enough fodder for me to listen to and make some adjustments for next Wednesday. Not tomorrow, but the following Wednesday. But like I said before, if anybody's in Bellingham, Friday night at the Martini Bar, Fireside Martini Bar, Kevin, myself, and Rick, and Saturday night as well at out in Fairhaven at not Starbucks, it's something like Starbucks. It's a nice little restaurant out there. Doesn't matter. Those of you from the area, you know where I'm talking about. Okay. Once again, happy Thanksgiving. We'll talk to you next week. And Marcia's not here to fade us to black, so I'll have to go do that. And here I am at the control booth in Marcia's realm, fading us to black. There we go.